thanks for joining me for today's prompt, which is all about bling. So we're gonna make things shiny and sparkly. We're gonna add some sequins. We're gonna make a shaker pocket, and I'm going to do some work with my embossing tool. So follow along if you like. I've never done this before, and I'm going blind. We'll just wait and see how this turns out. I don't have a Cricut or a silhouette or anything to make die cuts, so I'm going to fussy cut everything and show you how to do it without those tools. But if you would like to participate, you can print out any kind of word in Photoshop or whatever word program that you use. And I chose the word joy, and I'm going to use my circle cutter to cut out the O for joy. So any kind of word, hope, or snow. Snow would be nice because you could make a little snow globe, and you could add like white snowflakes or confetti inside. Oh, that would be really pretty. But since my album has lots of coppers and bronze, I'm going to use that color scheme. And I have all these nice kind of bronze, coppery, gold sequins that I'm going to use, so they'll coordinate really well with my album. So the first thing we're going to do is take 2 pieces of white cardstock, and I have my 2 sheets right here, and I'm going to cut this in a 4x6 size. So I'll make sure they're nice and straight together. And this is gonna fit right into a 4x6 pocket. There, so I have my 2 4x6 cards. So what my goal is to have joy written on the front and on the back. So when you flip it over, it won't say Y-O-J. So both will say joy. So we have the first piece that we need. The next piece that we need are to cut out these letters. And one more time. We're doing everything in doubles. So I'm going to put the card aside that these are going to be glued down on. So we'll adhere it to the 4x6 card just as soon as we make this nice and shiny. So the color that we'll be using today is the Wow Metallic Copper Sparkles. So this will make it super sparkly, and it's the same color that will match my album. And make sure when you're embossing, you get a scrap piece of paper to do this on, because it is going to get messy. So I'm going to take my Versamark ink and saturate this entire letter. Then I'm going to get another piece of scrap paper that's not covered with this. Cover the entire thing with your embossing powder. Put the extra back in your bottle, and let's take the heat to it. Beautiful, nice and sparkly and coppery. So this is essentially doing what your mink would do to make it foil. There, that was the hardest part, just making sure every part of the letter was covered and embossed. The next thing we're going to do is take the two 4x6s that we cut out, make sure they're super straight next to each other, and dead center we're going to put the circle. There, that turned out perfectly. So it's gonna look the same front and back. So we're going to go ahead and adhere each of the letters. Beautiful, it's super sparkly. So the last thing we're gonna do is make a shaker pocket for the O. There's a couple of different ways you can do this. For ease and using materials that I have on hand, what I'm gonna use is a 4x6 plastic page. Actually, even a 3x4 would work. So we'll go ahead and cut this out. And this will be sandwiched right in between both sides. And I'm gonna go ahead and overlap the circles so I know where to use my fuse tool. If you wanted to be perfectly precise, you could cut it into a circle, but I plan on leaving it as a square. I'll just take a bit of the excess off. And it will be hidden behind here, so even though it's fused as a circle, you won't be able to tell that it's a square that's in here. So let's go ahead and fill the pocket. The first thing I'm going to do is fuse the bottom half. And now it's time to add our bling. I also have a little mix of stars, mini sequins, all in a pretty gold. Add a pinch full of copper. Perfect, I like that. It's not too full. And now we'll seal the top. And there you have it, a beautiful bling sparkly letter O. So now we're going to sandwich it right inside. And there you have it. It's all finished. So it says joy on both sides. I think it matches really well with the album. It's not perfect, but it was a lot of fun to make. There, we'll slide it up at the top or any 4x6 place. And when you turn the page, it will say joy on both sides. Thank you so much for watching, and if you have any questions, just leave me a comment below. And I will see you next time for another tutorial. Bye!